What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. So basically, we now have finally finished off the War of the Roses. We are essentially now trying to, we have a puppet government here in Ireland, and before we actually declare on France, we are going to need the assistance of Austria, Castile, and Portugal. So what we need to do is basically recall this diplomat. Take a quick glance. It looks like Brittany and Burgundy are now out of the war. What exactly was transferred? I don't necessarily see too much of a difference. It looks like Savoy, or better yet, Provence has lost the province of Draghini, and it's been gained by Savoy, but that's about it. Possibly some financial concessions as well. So what we're going to do is bring some troops over to Palais. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of manpower, so I am a little skeptical. We are going to begin improving relations with our allies here, Austria, and we are going to be declaring war on Ulster. They don't have any allies. They only have 8 development, but I am going to cede this province to Tyrone. Tyrone, of course, does have a claim, so it shouldn't be all that complicated. Let's declare our war and send over 12,000 troops to essentially crush them. Will Tyrone fight them for me? I don't know, but we'll try it. How many troops did we lose? We lost 1,400 troops. Let's not take attrition, so I will remove you. And finally, we are the rise of a dynasty. With the final battle now won, the War of the Roses, as it would become known, is at an end. We must now decide how to proceed to strengthen our position at home and abroad. Even now, there are whispers of potential usurpers, including the return from exile of the ambitious Henry Tudor. It might be prudent, therefore, to reconcile our two houses in matrimony. A 3-4-2 with a strong claim. But we already have a 4-3-4. I don't know if I like this. This, of course, is 9 versus 11. I think I'm going to keep William of York. We're going to gain a lot of unrest, but I don't necessarily mind. We can fight them off if needed. That was probably a horrible decision. What exactly is that going to look like? Let's find rebellious people. Until 1454, your actions have upset the people in this province. Not too bad. Luckily, our vassal here is sieging down quite a bit of these provinces. Does Tyrone have claims on any other provinces? No, they do not, so we are going to have to do this for them. Let us go ahead. The Renaissance times. This changes everything. Let us send over somebody to Kildare. We are going to see how Kildare has so many claims. It's a little sad that we do not. Okay, so basically the Renaissance signals that we are now in a new era. Essentially, if we go into our economic map modes, go down to institutions, you can see that the Renaissance has spawned, oh, here it is, all the way down in Sicily. So, of course, as the game progresses, all of these provinces are going to embrace the Renaissance. Nobody has embraced it yet, except this one province down here in Palermo. If a country has all of their provinces embracing the Renaissance, they will, of course, gain construction cost reductions and development cost reductions. It is essentially a way to make the game more fluid and dynamic without necessarily having the same playthrough every single time. There should be a stable government. Several of the leading members of the government are deeply worried about some changes proposed to how the realm should be ruled. They demand a stop to such outrageous reforms based on our tired and proved traditions, naturally avoiding mentioning how the changes would impact their own power base. Accepting the demands, losing some admin, or losing prestige. I definitely don't want to lose administrative power because it is very expensive, especially right here, right now. You know what else is expensive? Paying for forts that we don't need, so I will mothball all of them. We're only going to save about 2 ducats a month, but it should be very useful. We don't have too much manpower. We're only gaining about 228 as the months go by. Should I find my transport fleet, blockade the ports here, giving us some bonuses for the chance of a surrender. It looks like the siege has been going on for about 325 days, getting status quo after status quo. And very soon we're going to be declaring on Kildare, declaring on a variety of other provinces. None of these guys have alliances that I can see. We'll see what happens. Peace offer from Ulster. No thank you. We obviously want to cede this province altogether. And what's nice is we can now finally own part of the Irish Strait. We could cross into Ayrshire, though of course if we had Cumbria, we could just cross in this direction. So that is kind of nice. Our vassal here has the ability to assist without actually utilizing boats. Looks like our advisor passed away. I absolutely do not need an inquisitor, so I'm going to retire you and pray that we get a natural scientist, or better yet, someone great. We don't need you at all. But you're better than an inquisitor, so I suppose I'm going to take you for now. Okay, looking at France, they are not allied with, Scotland, but they still have their independence guaranteed. A peace offer from Ulster, not yet. Still sieging down their province. Taking a quick glance at Castile, they are in a war with Granada and Morocco. It looks like Morocco has taken over northern Africa, but of course the fleets here have prevented them from going all the way in to, Granada. Now that we have 22 spy network, let us fabricate a claim on Kildare. Recall you, bringing you home. Sending somebody down to Castile and improving relations. We want to get that topped off as quickly as we can. We only have plus 19 out of 100. Two of a kind, our queen consort Leaden has impressed many men and women at court with her sharp wit and extensive knowledge of the natural world. She has long been a collector of tomes of botany and chemistry, and she corresponds with several of our generation's brightest minds. Currently, one of the scientists are visiting our court as per our queen consort's invitation. They can be found discussing all sorts of new theories far into the wee hours of the night. Queen consort Leaden has asked us to make the scientist an offer, claiming that we would make a much better advisor than the master of mint Alexander Cabot we currently employ. This sounds amazing. I could either gain 50 admin for free, or gain a very powerful advisor. But you know what? I think I'm just going to take the 50 admin. I don't necessarily want to spend more money if I don't need to, but having a better advisor for half price would be pretty great. It would probably have cost 2 ducats rather than 1 ducat, but I think we're just going to take the admin. Still working on Ulster. Luckily, Tyrone here is losing some attrition, but we are not. Oxfordshire changes stance in the debate. They now support the conduct the nationwide census. We have a 0% chance to win. Now it is 30%. I could bribe the military police, which I believe I will, bringing us up to 60. Taking sides in Parliament, losing a small amount of prestige. I don't want to waste any more, but having a 90% chance to win the debate obviously is in my favor, so I'm gonna risk it. Not having 100, but 90%. Remove you. Free advisor. Our statesman died. I really would like another statesman. I don't want to waste this money though, but I think we're gonna have to. Can we get a statesman? Looks like we have a naval reformer. I'm gonna try one more time. But if I don't get what I want, then I'm not going to do it anymore. We had a small naval battle. All of you will prepare yourselves. Ulster will now be controlled by Tyrone. I will take all of Ulster's money while giving this province to Tyrone. 134 ducats, not bad. And now our vassal, our puppet government, has 19 development. Not a bad goal here. Did we gain... I don't want this at all. Looks like I can finally unlock the technology of Marketplace, giving us the ability to construct marketplaces and giving us more trade range. Basically, we can build buildings that give us trade power, which secure more income. So obviously, that seems like a good idea. It is now the first. Last time, whatever I get next time, I have to embrace. I have wasted about 60 ducats. Cycling through advisors. Alright, I'm taking it. I just get ripped and ripped. Okay, I am going to declare war on Kildare. Sending in all of my troops. We're going to lose some troops for sure. Disagreeing advisor. One of the advisors, while having been a faithful servant so far, but now they seem to have grown too insolent. The advisor dares to denounce our great king's policies and recently did so in public in front of our foreign ambassadors. Even if there might be some grounds for these criticisms, we shouldn't let open criticism of the king become a habit of anyone. But it was a good point. Losing 10 prestige, but we have the ability to gain quite a bit of power, or our army reformer will die. I like my army reformer, so we're going to keep him. Losing prestige, though, is kind of bad, but I suppose that's fine. And we have annihilated all of the troops. I will retreat you so we don't lose any attrition. And it looks like Leinster here thinks they can take over this province. So I suppose that's what happens. Looks like we got a trust your neighbor, +1 stability. I am now going to basically build up my spy network against Leinster. I'm very upset that they have, assaulted this fort without me. So, of course, even if I did station troops here, they would still be the #1 attacker, and we would not. Okay, looking at Brittany, they are allied with Burgundy, which, of course, is Burgundy here, and Utrecht, all the way up there. France is allied with Savoy, and they are still guaranteeing the independence of Scotland and Provence. I'm wondering, I don't think I can declare on Sligo anytime soon, but taking a look at Tyrone, we can annex them on the 11th of June, 1459, so in about 7 years. Okay, Leinster now owns all of these provinces. So I suppose the best bet is to obviously annihilate Leinster and then give them all to Tyrone. And then we will annex Tyrone in 1459. Very soon we will be in a new war. 11 development, 21 development on top of our 19 would bring us to 40 development for a vassal. Not a very bad number at all. We have a new mission. I can't believe we haven't selected a mission in like literally 10 minutes. Improve relations with Brittany, reclaim Armagnac, or conquer Béarn. I could reclaim Armagnac, conquer Béarn, or improve relations with Brittany. I don't want to do any of these, but getting diplomatic reputation could be useful. I think what I'm going to do is just improve relations with Brittany if I can. Don't think it's going to happen, but we'll try my best. Improve relations as much as possible. You know what? It's not going to happen. There's no way we can get to positive 100. At most, we'll get to like positive 80-ish. Yeah, not going to happen. So, once we get as high as we can, we are going to cancel. And then let's abandon the mission now. Cycle through what we can. Cancel the mission. We'll get a new one 1 year from now. Let us unlock the Pike Square, giving us better dominance, military tactics, land morale. 1 more month, we can declare war on Leinster. Looks like Clan Ricarde took over Limerick. It's about to be a very bloody war in just a moment, once we fabricate our claim. Looks like we have a victory. The Parliament did pass the issue. Gloucestershire, somewhere. Let's fabricate a claim. Do we already have a claim? We already had a claim. I wasted my time. Alright, recalling you. Declaring war on Take Kildare. All 12,000 troops against 7,000 is going to be pretty bloody, but hopefully these 3,000 will help. Looking for Gloucestershire. I believe it is here. We have gained 1 military power, bringing us up to 1,300 manpower every month. We lost 1,100 troops, while they lost 7,000. And it looks like someone else has beat us to the punch. Can we declare on Sligo? I don't believe we can. I don't think I can even fabricate a claim. Who is in a war here? Just Sligo, so they aren't going to take anything. I suppose now we will utilize our diplomat and improve relations with Portugal. Now, we are going to be declaring on France sometime soon, but if we can declare on Scotland, That would be very, very useful. You know, I don't think France is going to be declaring on the Papal States because... I mean, they might. They'll probably declare on either Brittany or Burgundy or even me. So obviously we need to be prepared. With all of my allies, we are in a very good position. Looks like the king's reputation has been tarnished. Some sort of propaganda text is circulating in the court about how King Henry VII is a ruthless powermongerer. This might impact our relations with other countries. Yikes. 100 diplomatic power or 1 stability. 100 diplomatic power, of course. You know, 1 stability, like, at +3 is like 200 admin. Looks like we're in a battle. We didn't really lose any ships, which is good. Let us, mission settings, bring you to any damage at all. Same thing with the other ships. In the English Channel, we're going to keep them on your mission. Any damage at all, you will repair. Well, there's not really much we can do. I'm very saddened that Sligo here is assaulting Leinster, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, all we can do is hope that Leinster, or their war with Leinster ends, and then we can siege down the province, even though there is quite a bit of devastation. 10.68, and it has been looted. Our truce has expired, which doesn't matter because we already have our alliance. No mission selected. We can construct a grand fleet. Rival of our rival with Aragon. Gaining diplomatic power and prestige. Construct a grand fleet. I suppose constructing a grand fleet would be easy. All we need... Ooh. Absolutely not. Rival of our rival. Let's improve relations with Aragon. Recalling you from Brittany, and we will send somebody down to Aragon to improve relations. Gaining some free prestige and 25 diplomatic power could be nice. Alright, is Sligo going to leave the war? That's what I'm curious about. I wish I could declare on you, but I don't have any adjacent territory, and Tyrone does not have a claim on Sligo. Yep, no one does. Friends in need. I could send them 100 ducats to Tyrone or broken promises. I don't need to send them money, so I will not. They are my vassal. They should be sending me money. And here we go. Leinster is about to fall. These 18 ships are going to be blockading their port. France has once again paid all foreign debts of Provence. Family ties. Tyrone will learn of the pleasantries, giving me an opinion and diplomatic power. Let's unlock the temples for 598 administrative power, getting us a new building. Excuse me. And it looks like my clergy believe they are entitled to more lands. They should have 15% of the entire provinces of our country here, and they only have 10%. So let's look at our estates. I will grant you the province of Marsh to the clergy, grant you the province of Hampshire, and bring us to 17.9%. We should be good for the next couple months. I am going to have to send down 1,000 troops all the way down to Leinster. Well, it looks like I don't anymore. They have 3,000. Okay, so what can I do? I have a free diplomat. Might as well put you to good use. Looks like Brittany is in a war against Provence. And that's it. Brittany and Provence are at each other's throats. I would like to declare war on Brittany, gain a brand new vassal altogether. 5 new territories could be very, very useful. Especially if I vassalize them. But of course, I only have 4 diplomatic relations. So I need to really balance whether I want a vassal up here in Ireland or a vassal down here in France. I'm a little concerned because I don't necessarily know what exactly I should do. I'm still a little, obviously, appalled by Scotland themselves. If I declared war, France has positive 49 reasons, so not going to be doing that anytime soon. And our war with Leinster definitely needs to end. 21% of chance of a surrender. I have a lot of money. Could I produce more boats? Yes, I could. Possibly getting either 7 ships in either, trade node here rather than 5. Okay, you will go to Tyrone. You will go to Tyrone. And in 59, we are going to annex both of these provinces. Both of you go to Tyrone. We're going to get some aggressive expansion, which is fine. 111 ducats is going to me. And now we have quite a bit of boats. With all of our new income, I suppose we are going to find our fleets here. You will come to port, to Palais. These 2 ships in the English Channel will gain up to 8. Finding our ships in the North Sea, you will go to 8 as well. Now, I get that we have over our limit, but I suppose we're fine for now. 2 ships over isn't all that bad. But basically, having more trade power in these regions makes it so we get more income altogether. Relations improved with Navarra by plus 30. And basically, like I said, we're going to be annexing Tyrone in 1459. Let's improve relations as much as we can. Top that out so essentially we can ensure that we can annex them in 1459. So basically, one thing that I really haven't mentioned yet, we are, of course, going to be unlocking Influence idea, trying to go for postal services, giving us more diplomatic relations. The reason why this is so important is we, of course, would have the ability to gain 1 more vassal. So whether it is in here in Brittany, it looks like, are they sieging down? How do I determine this? I don't think I can look at the... Yeah, here we go. Brittany is, of course, attacking Provence. They're losing quite a bit of morale. I wonder if it's an actual siege or what's happening here. Going to diplomatic map mode. It is basically a war between Provence and Brittany. That is all it is. Skills of the Queen Consort, gaining administrative technology reduction. Most of our ships are almost complete. I think what I'm going to do is start building some marketplaces. 1, 2, and 3. And then finally, with 145 ducats, I'm also going to be building a church here in Essex, gaining 0.23 ducats. I get that it was expensive, but we had money to spare. Let's bring our army maintenance down. Let's mothball our forts. And our fleet here is still being mothballed. It's been about 10 years. So we're gaining quite a bit of money fairly quickly. And we're about to complete our mission. Improving our relations to positive 100 with Aragon. And we have gained 25 diplomatic power and 5 prestige. Let's recall you. And it looks like we are going to have to go ahead and end this episode. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome day. And I will see you in our next adventure.